Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Standard 7th Geography, Chapter number 9, Agriculture. Can you tell? See figure 9.1 and discuss the following questions. This is the picture, a house in a village. Figure 9.1. Observe this picture and depending on this you have to give the answers for the following questions which is given on page number 52. First question, what all do you see in the picture? So, if you will see the picture, we can see standing crops, a farmer holding a spade, cows and buffaloes being milked, a woman feeding the goats, a hen along with her chickens, a person collecting egg which is laid under a basket along with a hen, two and a dog sitting outside the house. So all this we can see in this picture. Next question. Why has the family kept goats and hens? The family must have kept the goats for milk and meat, while hens must have been kept for eggs and meat. The family could have also kept them and the spade are the two implements seen in the picture. You can see. How are these implements used? The plug is used for plugging the field before sowing seeds, whereas the spade is used for removing soil from a particular pit or place. So these are the two instruments, that is implements. In which major occupation type will the activities shown here be included? So the activities shown in the picture fall majorly under agriculture. What could be the main occupation of this people? So here the main occupation of this people could be cultivation of crops. How could be the owner of the house? So the farmer shown with the spade could be the owner of the house. Which products shown in the above picture do you use daily? In our daily life, we consume the milk obtained from cows and buffaloes, meat obtained from goats, meat and eggs obtained from hen, as well as the food grains obtained from farming. These all products shown in the above picture we use daily. So depending on this, all questions explanation is given. Let's go through it. In the picture shown above, we see a standing crop, a plugshare, etc. From this, it becomes obvious that this is a farmer's house. A farmer keeps hen, sheep, goats and cattle. They are also seen in the picture. He gets milk subsistence. All these occupations depend on natural factors. All this fall under agriculture. These occupations are supplementary to the cultivation of crops. Agriculture has a wide scope for our basic needs of food and clothing. We make use of plants and animals. Besides the cultivation of different crops, rearing cattle, sheep and goat, maintaining poultry farms, keeping bees, sericulture, horticulture, augury, pisciculture, pig farming, emu farming, etc. are included in agriculture. In agriculture occupation, resources like manpower, animals, implements, etc. are used. Advanced technology is employed. In agriculture, cultivation of crops is considered to be the main and the most important occupation. So as here, different types of agriculture, different crops and the use of different animals for different agriculture productions. About that, a short information is given. Depending on this, we can come to know that under agriculture, different things and different use of animals can be also done. Give it a try. Observe the picture given above. What difference do you observe through these pictures? So as if you will see all these pictures, 9.2, tradition and modern agriculture activities. Under this, the given pictures showcase the change development we had taken in agriculture production that is shown in this picture. The first set of picture depicts the development in agriculture technology. The progress is started as follows. The initial picture, the first picture in first line. The initial picture shows man doing the agriculture work by himself. The next picture shows a farmer plugging the field with the help of bullocks and a plough. The third picture shows modern machinery and equipment being used for farming. So if you will see the second line pictures, the initial picture shows water being let to flow freely in the field through an outlet of a pipe. The next picture, second picture, it shows the use of sprinkle irrigation. And the latter picture shows the use of drip irrigation, which saves a lot of water as compared to the other types. So these are the second line picture which shows the development in giving water to the plants in different ways. The last line, it shows us that the first picture, the initial picture shows hens being reared in the open. And the next picture shows the use of baskets for rearing hens so that the eggs procured from them are safe. Next, the last picture, it shows use of modern poultry farming techniques. Here the hens are reared on a large scale in such a manner that they get adequate food and water so that they give large produce of eggs. Next, what changes have taken place in traditional agriculture practice, etc., for plugging the fields. However, with the advance in science and technology, machines like tractors and crushers, etc., started being used for these activities. Also, traditional agriculture used to be dependent on natural factors like rain. With the development of various irrigation techniques and water storage, water can now be made available in crops throughout the year through canals and other different water system management. So let's see the explanation, what we had discussed, whether it is correct or not. In the above picture, we see the changes in agriculture practices. In the past, primitive man had to wander in the forest to sustain himself on the collected forest produce. Later, he learned the art of cultivation and started getting greater production from the land. Through this, he could provide for the whole year's need for food grain. He also started obtaining a number of products through floriculture, horticulture, rearing animals, pisciculture, etc. About all these types of agriculture products we are going to see in detail. Abandoning nomadic life, he undertook different occupations related to agriculture at the same place. Now, let us get introduced to the different occupations that come under the scope of agriculture. We use the products of these occupations in our everyday life. These traditional occupations are allied activities in agriculture. So what is the animal husbandry? Animal husbandry, it includes rearing of animals and obtaining different products from them. For subsisting, it includes the following occupations. First one, dairy farming. Now what is dairy farming? As well as for milk and meat is known as dairy farming. About next, sheep and goat rearing. What is sheep and goat rearing? In India, sheep and goats are mainly reared for meat. Sheep rearing is also carried out to obtain wool. The rearing of sheep and goats is carried out in hilly tracts and semi-arid regions with dry climate, away from urban settlements. So this is about the sheep and goat rearing. Next point is poultry. Commercial rearing of hens and fowls is carried out in areas close to big cities for eggs and meat. By employing scientific methods in some areas, pig, rabbit and emu rearing is also undertaken. That all will come under the poultry farming. Next is beekeeping. What is beekeeping? Beekeeping is undertaken to obtain honey and wax. Bees also promote the process of pollination, which results in increased yield of crops and larger fruits or trees. So as beekeeping is done for collecting honey or wax from the bees. The next is pisciculture. Pisciculture means fish farming. Rearing of specific types of fish, species like worm, roha, ravers, Indian salmon, columbi, prawns, etc. separately is in fish farms for commercial purpose is called as pisciculture. So in detail you can read. Next it is nursery. What is nursery? Many times some small plants we cultivation of medicinal and aromatic plant and horticulture which required a high standard of seedling, cutting, bulbs and seeds have led to the development of different types of nurseries. So this is one of the picture of nursery. Do you know greenhouse farming? Greenhouse farming facilitates getting maximum products from the land. It can have a total control on natural factors like climate, heat, atmospheric moisture as well as soil moisture. It assists in getting maximum economic benefit. Greenhouse farming is highly specialized type of farming of the modern era. For erecting a greenhouse, galvanized iron pipes and plastic sheets are used. Its main aim is to control the pest attack by controlling water, light and temperature. Greenhouses are used on large scale for growing flowers like lily and gerbera to give maximum economic returns. So, this is greenhouse farming. Next is types of farming. So, under this, based on the purpose and aim and methods of farming, the crops being cultivated, the technique used, land use, etc. Agriculture can be categorized as like this, which is given in this chart. Types of farming. Subsistence farming and commercial farming are the two types of farming. Under subsistence farming, intensive farming and shifting cultivation will come, and under commercial farming, extensive grain farming, plantation farming, market gardening, horticulture, this all will come under. Subsistence farming. So what is for subsistence farming? Subsistence farming, the farming carried out for satisfying only the basic requirement of man, is known as subsistence farming. Subsistence farming is of two types. So what are the two types? Shifting cultivation and intensive cultivation. So under the intensive cultivation, under intensive farming, getting maximum production from minimum area is the main characteristics of intensive farming. This type of farming only suffix the requirements of the family, cultivating minimum one, and also the cultivation on the land. Such types of farming is done on limited land and is carried out mostly in developing regions like cereals, vegetables, etc. are grown in intensive farming. So these are the another features. Due to large population or limited availability of land, per head holding is small. So intensive farming is done for the limited area. This type of farming is mostly seen in the developing regions. Farm production is sufficient only for the requirement of the family. Means only family can have this farming under the intensive farming. In this type of farming, the cultivators and his family are totally dependent on the farming. As farm production is low, the economic condition in the cultivator is also poor. Means the farmers who are doing intensive farming will be also poor. Energy is used. Besides the cereals, vegetables are also grown to some extent. Under shifting cultivation, under this content, if you will see, this is the type of farming is carried out in the tropics, in densely forest areas or highly tracts. A piece of land in the forest is selected and is made cultivated by the farmer by clearing the land. Since the production obtained from this type of cultivation is not sufficient, people undertake other occupations like hunting, fishing and gathering of bulbs and roots from forest. Also, as the productivity of the land, they depletes in 2 or 3 years. So they have to keep changing their productions on the land. A different piece of land is selected for cultivation for the next year. Next is commercial farming. Commercial farming, the farming carried out to fulfill the basic needs as well as for the commercial gains is known as commercial farming. Among all these types, the major types of commercial farming are extensive grain farming and plantation farming. So let's see what is extensive grain farming. Extensive grain farming, this is the type of farming is carried out in farms that are greater than 200 hectares in size with the help of machines like tractors and crushers. Here, pesticides are spread with the help of helicopters or planes. Extensive grain farming is carried out in temperate grassland region and generally a single crop is cultivated at a time. Here, crops like wheat, corn, barley, oats, soybean, etc. are cultivated. Hilly tracts where a crop suitable for that geographical condition is cultivated. As the farming is practiced in hilly regions, use of machines becomes difficult and so usage of local manpower becomes vital. And the farmers for such type of farming is around 40 hectares or above, and here only commercial crops like tea, rubber, coffee, coconut, cocoa, spices, etc. are planted. The another one is market gardening. This type of market gardening types of farming is majorly seen in modern cities and works on the principles of demand and supply. It caters to the demands of the city dwellers, and its characteristics are use of irrigation, organic and chemical fertilizers, low investment, use of manpower, demands of markets, use of science and technology, etc. is done. As the quality and price of the products is determined by quick and efficient transport network. This type of farming is also known as truck farming. So this is market gardening. Pictures they are given, you can see market gardening. Let's see horticulture or floriculture. This is a subtype of market gardening. Pictures they are given, you can see. From that you can come to know that it is related to fruits and flowers. This is subtype of market gardening. It includes cultivation of fruits and flowers using modern as well as the traditional methods. The size of the farm is small, and every plant is cared for properly so that the flowers like apples, dragon fruit, apple, grapes, bananas, pomegranates, etc. fruits can be grown in majority, are cultivated in such types of farming. Do you know organic farming? The nutrient requirement of the crops is fulfilled by soil, and therefore replenishment of used up nutrients is necessary. Nutrients are also used for abundantly to increase the yield. Organic fertilizers are prepared for this purpose. The litter should be decomposed in the ground. Grasses like Sesbania or jute are also buried in the soil for making manure. Cow dung and compost manures are used. Vermicompost is obtained from organic waste. When farming is done using all vegetable matter mixed in the soil, it is called organic farming. You can see this picture 9.11. You can see preparing organic fertilizers. For controlling pest, organic pesticide like neem can be used. The crop obtained from organic farming is high in quality. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides are not used in such types of farming. Next to this, here they had given observe the pictures in figure 9.12 and briefly describe the type of agriculture shown in the picture. Use the space below the picture. So picture is given and space is given. So what type of agriculture is done in this pictures? About that you have to write down. Complete this activity in textbook. Let's see. Under this agrotourism, agrotourism is a new type of tourism which has a greater scope in tropics, where various types of agriculture products are cultivated, and it has mainly developed due to curiosity of city dwellers about the farmers' life and environment. The rural life, local customs and traditions, etc. are characterized in agrotourism. So these two pictures they are given. As in Solapur, we are having Abhishek Mala. So it is one of the places of agrotourism. Use your brain power. So choose one in each pair. So which one is good and which one is bad? That one you have to find out. The things which looks good are hybrid, and the things which are looking normal or dull, they are natural. But we choose which looks attractive. Write a paragraph on the basis of the following questions. Which improper practice arising out of man's greed are observed in agriculture? So under this, agriculture and related occupations are needed to fulfill the man's requirement of food. Humans have made advances in technology and developed new techniques of getting maximum production. But excessive use of technology and artificial methods can hamper, or it will give a bad effect on the quality of the production. For example, excessive use of chemicals for faster ripening of fruits means the nutrition level will be down. What means of irrigation are available in your area? So canal irrigation is used in several parts of Maharashtra. However, some of the farms also use the modern irrigation techniques like drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation also. Have you observed the wastage of water in agriculture? If yes, describe it. Yes, I have observed wastage of water in agriculture. The traditional method of watering through canals leads to wastage of water. Here, water from canals is lost due to evaporation and seepage into the ground. Nonetheless, some improved methods of irrigation like drip irrigation and sprinkle irrigation can be followed, which can be give a help of avoiding the wastage of water. Which steps can easily be taken to avoid improper practices in agriculture? So some improper practices in agriculture include wastage of water due to improper irrigation methods, excessive use of chemical fertilizers, accumulation in the soil, which in turn lowers the soil fertility and reduces the productivity. Also the overwatering that makes the land saline and fallow. The steps that can be taken to avoid the above mentioned improper practices are usage of modern irrigation methods like drip irrigation, sprinkle irrigation, or to reduce the wastage of water, usage of chemical fertilizers only if required in a required quantity. So it will be beneficial. Let's see the next one, marketing system. The goods produced by farmers are made available to the consumers. Farmers are not organized, so and are economically weak, and the farm produce is perishable. So the importance to the marketing system increases. Nowadays, agriculture produce markets commits help farmers sell the produce, and institutes like farmers organization, consumer societies, etc. protect the farmers from exploitation by agents and mediators, etc. Some of the farm produce is directly made available to industries as raw material. Different modern technologies being used by many farmers in their farms. They also sell their products with proper packaging. Advertising over internet has helped in selling the products in local as well as international markets. So this is the marketing system. One info about Israel they had given is a major export of fresh farm produce. It is the most advanced country as far as agriculture technology is concerned. It has advanced climate, severe scarcity of water, and more than half its land is occupied by hot deserts. But overcoming all these unfavorable conditions and persistently following the path of modernization of agriculture, it has taken a giant leap in the field of agriculture. So, in this way, we had completed this chapter. Complete the exercise, read the chapter in detail, and learn the given question and answers. That's all for today. Thank you.